Your timing is perfect.
Good, yeah.
Bruce. Oh, Smokey's here too. Steve.
The greatest artists of a generation came together with all of our ego, with all of our talent to save some lives.
Must be in a dream, huh?
Okay, guys. Hello.
But we only had one night. They're not coming back tomorrow.
It was busy and buzzy, and people didn't know what we were going to be doing. You're exhilarated, you know, just from the unusualness of the evening.
There was nothing more chaotic than trying to rope this creative ball of energy together. This was history happening right now.
1, 2.
Let's put it on the tape.
1, 2, 3, 4!
Legends of rock music.
The most super of superstars. Are you ready for me?
Here is a unique young singer.
Most exciting superstars in the music world today.
I'm coming in. Coming in hot. All right. Let's get this party started. Well, we'll try to take you back as far as I can remember. In the early 80s, I left the Commodores. Ken Cragen, my new manager, he said, well, the Commodores songs are more famous than you are. So we're gonna stick your face next to all of those wonderful songs.
Mr. Lionel Richie.
My solo album songs that was happening.
Lionel Richie.
And so the career is taking off. I'm a night person, so everything in life was happening after 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm a night person. And then one night, I received this call from Ken that changed everything. One night, I received this call from Ken that changed everyone. I received this call from
Ken Cragen ran a talent management company. He had the most stellar reputation.
Ken Cragen.
Ken was a superstar. He was as much a superstar as the artist, but he was a superstar in the business of music. One morning, there was an unplanned meeting. We walked in and were greeted by Harry Belafonte. That stops you in your tracks. You're looking at Hollywood royalty. He's legendary. I just knew something big was about to happen. He's legendary. I just knew something big was about to happen.
Harry Belafonte was an elder statesman. We had graduated from being a working actor and singer. He was still doing all that stuff. But for the most part, we looked at him as this iconic figure, and he had such social impact. But for the most part, we looked at him as this iconic figure, and he had such social impact.
Since it is the artist who revealed society to itself.
Much like civil rights needed to be amplified, Harry Belafonte felt that the issues of poverty in the world, certainly in Africa, needed to be told.
For some time now, we have been hearing reports of another famine in Africa, this time in Ethiopia. But with all else that's going on these days, so often those reports don't have much impact.
People starving in Africa was as far away from us as you could be. It was just something that we saw on commercials or in documentaries. It was just something that
this mother and the baby she bore 2 months ago wrapped together in death. This mother and the baby
Hungry
she
child
bore 2
dies
months ago
slowly.
wrapped together
In Africa, they're
in
dying
death.
by the thousands.
This mother and the baby
Hungry
she
child
bore 2 months
dies Look at
ago
all this
wrapped
overwhelming
together in death.
force of need and hunger. Something must be done. Overwhelming force of need and hunger.
Harry Belafonte said, let's do a concert. And Bob Geldof had already done the Band Aid single about, a month or so before. Let's do a concert. And Bob Geldof had already done the Band Aid single about, a month or so before. Let's do a concert. I said, Harry, let's just take the idea that Bob already gave us. Let's do it, but let's get the greatest stars in America. I said, Harry, let's just take the idea that Bob already gave us.
just got to perform with Harry Belafonte. And basically what he said was, I need you. Just got to perform with Harry said, we have white folks saving black folks. We don't have black folks saving black folks. Harry said, we have white folks. We need to save our own people from hunger. He was trying to get us, the younger group, involved in what was happening in Africa. He was trying to get us, the younger, of course, group. It's not that I didn't have enough to do in Africa. I was hosting the American Music Awards. Just been offered that invitation. I'm about to go on my big solo tour. But one thing for sure I knew, I wanted Quincy involved because he's the master orchestrator. I wanted Quincy.
He's a successful performer, but he's better known as a producer and composer who's worked with everyone. He's a Louis Armstrong and Frank Sinatra, to Little Richard and Paul Simon, to Diana Ross, Michael Jackson, Mr. Quincy Jones.
At that particular time, you could not be a producer and be any hotter. We had the respect of every musician on the planet. Producer and be any hotter. We had the respect of every musician on the planet.
It's been something I've been thinking about a lot before. I called and he said, let's go. It's been something I've been really have felt the need for that. Of all times, this is the most the world's ever needed each other. Really,
it started from there, and we went on to the obvious phrase of who's going to do this thing. It started from there, and we went on.
Lionel and I got into this limousine, which happened to have a phone in it. I said, let's get you and Stevie Wonder to write a song. Lionel and I got called Stevie, we couldn't find Stevie. I said, let's get you and Stevie Wonder to write a song. Lionel continued to try Stevie all through the night. Couldn't find Stevie.
They all wanted Stevie Wonder. Who wouldn't?
Lionel continued to try
He
Stevie
already
all
had
through
that
the night.
soulful, epic, legendary status. He already had and also they were all close with Stevie. Epic,
but when Stevie says, I'll call you back, you just wait for him to call you back on whatever timetable it's going to be. When Stevie says, and after that, you just wait for him to call you back on whatever timetable
I'll see Michael tomorrow. I'll run it by him, see what he thinks.
The man whose record, Thriller, has just become the biggest-selling album ever, who earned more Grammy nominations this year than anyone in history.
Michael Jackson is the man of the 80s.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Michael Jackson is the man of the 80s.
Michael and I go back to the early Stone Age days. We were brought up in Motown, and as lead singer of the Commodores and lead singer of the Jacksons, we bonded right away. And as lead singer of the Commodores, when he first learned how to drive, the first place he drove was over to my house. He couldn't drive on the freeway because the first place he drove was over to my house. He couldn't drive on the freeway because the first place he drove was over to my house. He couldn't drive on the freeway.